Testing 1 2 1 2, and we're back, guys, and we're going to go straight into this today. Put yourself in the shit. What do I mean? Oh God, I'm losing my faith with humanity. I swear to God, losing it, lads. Some of you might know I've set up these Facebook dating groups, right? Because there's so many people complaining that, oh, I can't find a woman, I can't find a man, what's going on? They're all escorts, they're all hookers, they're all scammers, no one wants to meet up, blah, 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 fucking blah. Bullshit, 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 right? I don't get it. So, for instance, guys, I even talked about this in one of my last episodes, that in one of my groups I've got 90% 90% women in one of the groups. Now, there's still a good few men, and a lot of the guys. I've set this group up so people don't have to go onto Tinder and have to pay their way to get seen by other people. I literally created these groups so everybody's got a fair crack at the whip. Everybody's got a fair chance, equal chance. So if you post up an introduction video photo bio of yourself, right, you go to the top of the page. Yeah, the top of the fucking page, lads. The top of the fucking page, right? And I've been giving out to the fellas. Yeah, you could say I'm giving tough love where you should be nicer. Oh, fuck off, right? Like, I literally created these groups for people. They're free. I've put in my own time and effort, and a lot of effort into these groups. I've actually spent my own money on these groups, and yet the complaints I get back are just from men bitching and moaning that this and that and this and that. It's amazing what people are doing to detour their way around stuff. Now, it comes down to two things. Number one, I think, and I can't even believe I'm talking about the men here, because the women seem to be completely all game on to meet somebody, right? Now, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm just getting swamped with the men here, but like, the dudes in these groups are, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. And I'm the type of guy that I'll give some good love, not tough love, if you actually go for it. If you get up off your ass and you make an effort, doesn't matter if you win or lose. Put yourself in the shit, right? Put yourself into that scary, dark, fearful scenario, and you may win. Everybody's too fucking frightened of getting hurt or getting fucked over, right? Well, if you're feeling like that, you need to get up off your ass even more, and you even need to do even more work to get over your fear. And guys, I'm pushing myself all the time. I put myself in the shit every single day. Okay? And I want to hopefully get through to some people here, because look, with these guys in the groups, or if you're out trying to work on a career, if you're trying to build your house, if you're trying to do whatever you want to do, right? That's cool. You've got to put in the work. You've got to put in the risk. Okay? No risk, no reward. Like, I'm not speaking a different language here. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Like, we've all heard this pep talk from other people throughout the years. But put yourself in the shit. There's no greater feeling when you go out and actually go for something that scares the shit out of you. You free yourself. Okay? You free yourself. But people are just too afraid of that little jump. I mean, guys, it highlighted it to me a few days ago when I see all these men complaining. I mean, there's 90% women in the group. This is a man's fucking dream. Like, I'm almost about to give up, like, literally throw in the hat with these fucking groups. It's pathetic what's going on. Now, not every guy. There's some guys, and you know what? Every time a guy goes for it in the groups, I'm like, good on you, my man. Well done. Well done. I'll always give you a pat on the back for that. But I'm not going to sit there and hold your hand. That's not doing you any favors. It's not doing me any favors. Right? You're looking for a crutch. You've got to do it yourself. And you'll get more confidence when you face the fear. It doesn't matter if you lose. Okay? It does not matter if you fucking lose. Nope, not at all. What matters is you went for it. For instance, I actually push myself every now and then, right? Now I've done this for years, so I don't need to do it every day, right? Now I'm single. I like women. Well, no, I fucking love women, right? And you know what I do every now and then to scare the shit out of me and to face the fear? I go up to women on the street and chat to them. Yes, I do. And you know why I do it? Well, number one, it's the fear thing, and it's facing fear and progression. Like, progression will always help you. Progression will always make you feel good because you're progressing on something, right? Okay? The other part, yeah, I'd love to be with the girl, of course, because she's gorgeous, right? Most times, I would say 8 or 9 times out of 10, I will not get the girl. Doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck. In fact, I've never walked away from a girl who's turned me down and regretted what I've done. Like, I've never once. And by the way, guys, I've been doing this for 20 years, right? So that's a lot of women in 20 years that I've stopped on the street and asked for. 90, 95%, I don't know the exact figures, but let's call it 90% for now. It could even be 80, 85, right? But we'll go with 90. 90% of the time, I'm failing. And there hasn't been one time I've regretted going up and asking that girl out. Not once in 20 years. Like, I don't get these guys that, you're all wonderful talkers, right? Where you say, oh, well, I'm afraid of getting hurt, right? And you'll give me all the wonderful answers in the world, but you still won't go up and talk to the girl. Now, fair enough, there's some guys that feel the pain afterwards when they get rejected, but so what? So fucking what? You should be proud of yourself, lads. Put yourself in the shit. Now, I did another episode there, was it yesterday? And I was explaining, how to talk to women. Now, by the way, I'm on about anything in life, right? Career, building your house, talking to women, whatever it is. Put yourself in the shit. Like, people say, oh, well, you're very confident, Peter. The only reason why I have confidence is because I put myself in the shit and I face fear. Facing your fear makes people think that you're going to get trapped and you're stuck. Facing your fear frees you from your fears. Let me say that one more time. Facing your fear frees you from your fears. Right? Just get out and do it. Get out and do it. It's unbelievable. I mean, and let's go a little bit deeper here. When you've got a girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you're seeing someone, right? You've started dating them for a little while, right? Sometimes someone will have an argument, and then one person's really angry with the other person. But now that doesn't mean that it's all over because the person's fucking angry, right? It just means that they're having a blast. And then the amount of times I have seen people actually not contact the other person back because, one, out of stubbornness, or number two, they're afraid, right? Or really, number three, the secret sauce is they just don't want to be with that person anymore, and they're looking for an excuse, and they're hoping they're going to get dumped so that they don't have to have the regret of dumping someone else, right? So this is where I'm going to get at too. We're going deeper. Sometimes it's not that you're afraid, or sometimes you'll even invent fear in your head so you don't have to go to justify it in your head, so you don't have to go chasing the man or the woman. Let me say that again. Sometimes people suffer with guilt, and you don't want to feel guilt, right? So, some people actually aren't afraid of approaching the woman or the man. Some people, no fear. But what some people will do subconsciously is you'll invent fear that you're afraid, so then you don't have to go after the girl, right? And you'd love a bit of drama in your head, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm just a bit afraid, Now that makes you feel a bit better because you feel like the victim and you can feel sorry for yourself. But actually, really, underneath that all, you're feeling guilty because you don't want to be with the girl. So you'd rather feel the victim, feel sorry for yourself, versus feeling guilty about being with somebody. Now, for the love of God, why do people do that? I don't know. Like, it's almost like that. I mean, guys, we're fucked up in our heads, a lot of us, subconsciously, why we do things. It's unbelievable, right? Like, for instance, some people, when they try and quit smoking, right? Now, there is a connection here, right? The way we try and convince ourselves. Some people smoke, then they try and give up, right? And then when you try and give up, some people actually, they don't get caught up in the cravings of cigarettes, and now their chemicals in the body are gone, and now they actually start having freakouts and they're angry all the time. Some people do have that, yes, but some people don't have that. But what they do is they actually generate out of nowhere. You have decided in the back of your head to create some dramatic problem. So even though you might have a problem with, a late bill, right? You're a week late or whatever, just example. And what you're going to do is you will dramatize it in your head more, right? Oh my God, I can't pay my fucking bill. Now, if you were smoking, right, and you didn't give up, let's say you were still smoking, you'd be fine, you'd be relaxed, right? Like, it's something to keep an eye on, guys, right? Especially, like, observe, be self-aware of yourself. You're smoking, you get the bill in, you're like, look, fuck it, a couple of more days, it'll be grand, it's only a week late. Now you give up fags, the cigarettes. Now all of a sudden, subconsciously you miss them. And what you want to do is you're going to make a drama out of something. Oh my God, now all of a sudden you've gone from I don't care to, oh my God, this is the end of the world. I can't believe I'm fucking week late. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God, oh my God. Right? Because you actually want to stress yourself out, so then you'll go have a fag. And you've justified why you need a cigarette. Right? Because now, if you're not dramatic and you're not having your, quote, freak out drama scene, well then having a cigarette, you're going to feel guilty. But if you have a justifiable reason, because I can't handle the stress from my bills, I went fuck it, that makes you feel a little bit better, takes a lot of guilt away from in your head, and now you've justified having the cigarette. Okay? Now, back to the relationship thing. Same type of thing. It's about justifying the guilt, making it less. Now, all of a sudden, if you start saying to yourself, oh, I'm too afraid of getting hurt and this and that. Now, I do honestly think some people have been so fucked over that they do have a genuine fear of getting hurt, which is totally understandable. We're all human, But then there's some people that convince themselves, oh, I can't do it. Right? You're inventing fear in your head, so then you don't have to go after the girl, because actually you don't want to go after the girl. Right? You just didn't realize that you knew this. I know this is very deep and everything, guys, but fuck, And then some people in the situation where a couple have a fight, right? One person is stubborn, as they say, quote, stubborn. Well, that's a load of horse shit. Either number one, they don't like you enough. Because if you really like somebody, you're going to own up and go, well, hang on a second, Jesus, was I wrong here? Right? If you really want something to work, you'll even open up the drawing board to say, Jesus Christ, am I wrong? Did I fuck this up? What the hell's wrong with me? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Right? And it doesn't mean that you're wrong, but you'll still look at it in terms of, God, maybe I am wrong. Right? Are there some people actually just want the easy way out, right? You have a big fight with your husband, wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and the other person gets angry, but actually what you've done is poked the bear, and you've created the anger, you've made them angry, you've pressed their buttons, right? And then you look at them and go, oh, Jesus, look at them now, drama, right? And then you just sit back in your little, quote, high fucking horse, right? And you go, oh, he's really angry, she's really angry, fuck that, I'm not going anywhere near her. Actually, what you really want to do is you want to get away from the person. Because if you really want to be with them, you wouldn't fucking leave it go. You wouldn't leave it go. Right? And this whole thing of, people being never wrong, quote, what a load of fucking horse shit. Now, if there's any ladies listening to this, you gotta admit, most women are guilty of this more than men. Not every woman, of course, but I'm just saying, women are known to have that sort of, oh, well, I'm never wrong. We all know this, ladies. So, don't shoot the messenger, or don't shoot me here on that one, because it's a known thing. You know what I mean? Now, there's a lot of guys that are like that too, right? But this whole thing of you're never wrong, I've never heard, the fucking level of arrogance attached to that fucking saying is unbelievable. Really? You're perfect? You're never fucking wrong? No, you just don't want to own up to your bullshit, and you actually have no respect for the other person because you don't have any respect for yourself. How could you have any respect for yourself when you don't hold yourself responsible for things that go wrong? I do it all the time. Like, if you're listening to this, guys, even when I'm saying this right now, I'm a believer that I can be fucking wrong all the time. Like, my beliefs here that I'm sharing with you, maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. But I've studied psychology a lot. The subconscious is unbelievable. Now, maybe I'm right about this, but maybe I'm wrong about something else. It's no big deal. I want to improve myself every single day. That's why I push myself, and I've no problem admitting that it could be wrong, or I am wrong in any situation. But this scenario, when you get into a relationship and, oh, my wife won't talk to me now because she's stubborn and she's always right, or my husband won't talk to me because he's stubborn and he's always right, that is the biggest cop-out in the world, to not fucking own up to your own bullshit. Like, man up, woman up, own up to your responsibilities. Face the music. Face your own crap. Put yourself in the shit. And it's amazing when you do. It's amazing how much respect you actually gain for yourself. Like, you really do. You gain respect for yourself. And if you gain respect for yourself, you'll have more respect for that other person. Therefore, guess what? You'll get on better together, whether it's relationship, career-wise, whatever it is you're doing. And therefore, the other person won't resent you. Like, girls, I'll tell you this, if any girls are out there now, and we'll just go back to that point, right, about, the majority of male or female who go around saying that they're always right are the women, right? I can tell you this, ladies, this is a fucking fact without actually having it shouting from the rooftops fact. There's not one man I have ever met, married or single, gay, trans, I have never met one man on this planet that actually respects a woman when they say she's never wrong. Okay? Not one. And every one of these guys I know has a little bit of resentment towards you when you carry on with your bullshit about you're always right. He doesn't respect you when it comes to this. You're literally digging yourself a hole. Literally digging a huge emotional hole. He's not going to like that. He's not going to respect that. He's not going to love you more for you being Mrs. fucking right all the time. Right? And by the way, look, I'm not having a go of women here. This because men can be the exact same as well. All right? But I'm just coming from the male point of view when it comes to, how we deal with women. Now, look, it doesn't mean he's going to go off and cheat on you or, throw jabs at you every now and then. No. But he's not going to respect you, ladies. He's going to have that little, it might only even be 1% resentment. But it's 1%. And then the next fight that comes along, guess what? It might go up to 2% now. Now, it still mightn't affect your relationship, but if that shit keeps going, ladies, there's only so much any one of us can take. And I can tell you this, you know as well as I do, you wouldn't put up with that bullshit. If he was going around, oh, I'm always right, you'd be like, oh, give me a break. Who is this guy? So guys, put yourself in this shit. Accept responsibility. Figure out, do you really want a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Right? Back to that. Put yourself in the shit, because when I say about that, put yourself in the shit is facing your fear or owning up that, God, I actually don't want a boyfriend or girlfriend. Holy shit. I actually thought I did. It's actually just almost like a habit or routine for me now at this stage. Right? Like, it's okay to own up to it. And actually, I think a lot of people would feel guilty if they admit to themselves that they don't want a boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, because it's the thing to do, you know, or you need to get married because, oh, hey, Jesus Christ, all my brothers and sisters, they're all married. I'm next. Like, what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. Or even if it's just career decisions, put yourself in the shit. Get used to it. Consume it. Absorb it. And the more, it's like, I know this is a weird comparison, but it's kind of like when you go to, let's say you're allergic to, give me some rope here on this one, guys, right? Consuming rejection, you can get used to it. And once you get used to it, it's not as bad anymore. And then all of a sudden you'll need it if you keep going. So it's kind of like when you have, let's say you're allergic to yeast, right? Or wheat, and you eat bread, right? No, like I said, give me some rope. If you keep eating bread, you'll feel like shit at the start, but what happens? Your body grows a tolerance for it, right? And all of a sudden, a couple of months down the line, your body's actually looking for it, and it starts to fucking collapse if it doesn't get it, because it got into a routine. It got used to it. It learned to adapt around it. Like, and guys, you know, small little things. Like you could chat up one girl a day, 10 girls a fucking day, right? You could do it once a month, but, you know, small fucking steps that you get used to doing these type of put yourself in the shit scenarios, right? You know, I hope this was useful, guys. Because, you know, the subconscious, and in fairness, and I'm going to give you a break here, guys. Like, you know, it's hard to understand us. I mean, the subconscious is such a mind fuck. You know, it's a mind fuck. It's hard to understand it and grasp it fully. You know, so like our heads play unbelievable fucking games with us sometimes when we're not self-aware. Try and be a bit more self-aware, guys. You know, do you really want to go out with John? Do you really want to go out with Mary? Do you really want to get married to this person? It's okay not to. It's okay not to. So, thanks guys for listening, and I'll be back soon. Cheers.